Hey YouTube, I've been looking forward to doing this video all week. As you know, I'm a bit of an Ibanez Roadster slash Blazer fan. I really don't think I need any more. I've got three. Well, it's a base, doesn't count. Roadster base, right? That one, and this one. And I'm justifying that they're different enough to have three. But which one's best? What I did is I put the same strings, Roto Sound 9s, on all three of them last week. So they've all got new strings on them, and they're all set up good. So kind of, which is the best one? I don't know. It's that one because you look at it. But I don't know. Basically, just takes good stuff. I'm really enjoying playing these three guitars. All three of them are ones. Keep noticing Scott doing it when he's playing his FGN or his orange Ibanez RG, which is a 570, I think, and his Prestige Apache Attack helicopter one. He plays it for a couple of minutes. Goes, that's a really good guitar. I'm kind of getting that with these as well. It's like I'll play it for a couple of minutes and it's like, just maybe I don't say it out loud because I'm not proper mental, but that's a really good guitar. So this is a 1982. No, it's a 1981 Blazer BL450, so it's the second top of the range Blazer from 1982 catalogue, even though it's made in 1981. The 1981 doesn't look like this. Obviously, this one's been painted by me. I got it. It had been badly gloss painted at some point in the 80s, and I took it as an opportunity to try one of those drip things, which I did. I thought it looked terrible. Left it to the guys for a couple of days and decided I really want to play the guitar because it was in bits. All of it's there though, so it's basically all original apart from the knobs, which are and the switch was broken as well. So it's a different switch, and the knobs are these sort of Les Pauly ones, which were just the first ones I had. They were just lying on top of next to the top of the record player there. I was like, I'll just put them on just to make it work. And I never found ones that actually look better. I did even get I've got proper Blazer ones, the sort of brass, but they don't look right. I don't know, something about these ones seem to do, and I went through my big box of knobs, trying all the different ones to see which ones look best, and ended up with these ones. So this is, as I said, 1981, 1982 catalogue. One piece maple neck, so it's about the fingerboard and the neck are the same thing. It's got the smooth tuner 2s on it to go to tuners. It's got a bullet truss rod. It's got the big samurai type headstock. All brass bridge, so it's like there's brass saddles, brass plate, brass screws, big brass block in the back. Not a brass claw, but I mean I don't think that would make any difference anyway. I put these things on it because I don't know. Partly because I like the colour of that heat shrink tubing. They're just the normal springs. It does have a phase switch on it, which I never really use. In fact, it's a little bit of a temperamental phase switch, but because I never knew it, I never bothered replacing it. I probably should, just for the sake of it. So this has a Super 6 pickups, which according to the catalogue are the most powerful pickups you can buy, including aftermarket ones. As in, basically, we're more powerful than DiMarzio's, because I think in 1981 that was kind of all you could get as aftermarket pickups. They've got 3 adjustment screws on them, so you can actually tilt them back and forward, which is a good thing, and huge pole pieces, so they look a bit special. Very powerful. The only thing when I say don't like about this guitar, the only thing I had one in for that. By the way, there's no way this is going to be one video. I know I'm going to be half an hour. I'm going to be 20 minutes on each guitar. I'll put it out as maybe a 3-parter or a 4-parter. My original plan was I was going to play them and then like do the pause thing, put a backing track in, and do the pause thing, and then try the different pickups and you can hear the different sounds. But that's going to take ages anyway. So I'm just talking shit basically. So this one has a 7¼ inch radius on it. But as I said, the thing that I felt was missing was I got a shot of a Blazer I was fixing up for the Blitzkrieg shop. It was the wiring was off on it, and it was a candy apple red one. It was the BL550. This is a 350 or a 450. 450, I think it is. It was a 550, which is basically this exact guitar, apart from it came in candy apple red with a candy apple red paint headstock. Yoakum's one, which is candy apple blue or something like that. You know what I mean? A sort of turquoisey metallic body and painted headstock, but it's got super tap pickups. And I saw this, I thought, oh my god, it's got those pickups. They've got a coil tap on them, not a coil split, a coil tap, which basically turns them from the super mega powerful, the most powerful pickups you could buy in 1981 or 1982 to like a vintage voiced one. And I thought that was a fantastic thing. So when I bought this one, it just turned up completely out the blue about 2 weeks after that blade, the one that Blitzkrieg Shop wouldn't sell to me. Because he told me how much he paid for it, so he wouldn't tell me how much he wouldn't sell me it. Yeah, so and I saw these pickups and I thought those are the same pickups, and I've got a Yamaha SC400, which is the same as the SC600 Yamaha, but the 600 has a coil tap, and I looked at it and it's got the same pickups. In fact, they've got the 3 adjustment screws. I wonder if they're the same pickups. They're very similar anyway. And then I took the pickups out, and on it was the wee tab to put the coil tap on. I was like, oh, I'm going to do that with this. No. They didn't put the special tab on these, so these are just super 6s, not super tap 6s. So if I was ever to upgrade this, that would be the only upgrade I could really do. The only way you really could upgrade this guitar would be to put the coil tap switch in. Maybe one day once I get into pickup wiring, if I ever do, I'd maybe do that myself, but I don't bother. Yeah, so playing through the wee orange GH30 neck pickup. Position 4. Middle. No. Position 2. Bridge. With the rat pedal though, so this is the Strat single coil on the bridge, which is, it's meant to sound shit. I really like the pickup. I really like the bridge pickup in this one. But that's maybe one thing that's not as good as a Strat. You have to, if you want to tighten the tremolo arm up, you have to take, it's a front mounted jack. I really like the Strat type thing, which you only ever see on Strats, and it only looks right in Strats. That sort of output jack you get there, the one that's kind of at an angle. What a great design that is. The boat, I think some people call it. Yeah, so I think I'm actually 10 minutes in. Yeah, I could make it one video, couldn't I? Well, I don't know. I do have to say that I think with the more powerful pickups, it's kind of not quite. It's not as stratty as like a Strat because it's got the really high output pickups. I did a video last week when I was swapping over scratch plates on a couple of American Strats. One of them had the original pickups in it, one of them had bare knuckle pickups, which were more like this. And I preferred the vintagey ones for playing super like Strat sounds. I've used this in the band I'm in, Cranking House, a lot. So this was my main guitar for months. Like one of the ones I've used most in that band. And it sounds phenomenal through, well, the Softtek, a stack. For the rock, you know what I mean? So basically, it's Ibanez's attempt at making a Strat. And this is after the period of the copies, because there was a point, there's actually someone selling a CSL, which are the same, like a rebranded Ibanez Fujigen Telecaster Deluxe just now, and it's like, I've played one of them, it was branded Ibanez though, and it really was the same as an American vendor. That's where this whole lawsuit thing came in. It was basically, it wasn't in any way inferior, apart from it didn't say Fender on it. So even right down to the braided pickups and all that, it was totally just exactly an exact copy. Not like, where a lot of the, you see a lot of the Ibanez, or maybe not even Ibanez, the sort of Japanese Les Paul customs, with the bolt-on neck, and they're a cheaper version of a Les Paul, but this was just an exact copy. And then that's when that lawsuit thing didn't actually happen, but they get a cease and desist thing, blah blah blah, and then they decided they were going to make their own models. So they started off with the Roadstar, and then they moved on to the Blazer. This isn't actually made by Fujigen, unlike all the other guitars on that wall. This was made by Dyna, apparently, because Fujigen didn't have the technology, or they'd never made guitars with one-piece maple necks before. So that's when the Blazer came in. There is a guitar before this called a Roadstar, which had, I don't know if you got them with maple necks, but if it was maple necks, it had like a separate fingerboard, not a one-piece thing. Maybe just a routing tool, or I don't know, something that Fujigen didn't have. So this is actually made by Dyna, and is actually closer feel-wise to the American Strat than any of the Japanese ones, any of the Fujigen ones. They've kind of got their Japanese feel. This is very like those American Strats had the other week. And they've kind of, with the Roadstar and this, they've kind of tried to improve on the Strat, which is, they have really. I mean, compare this to like a 1980s Fender Strat, and it's okay, it doesn't have, it's only got one tone, it's got a master tone rather than two tones. And I suppose it doesn't have as I said, the angled jack thing, but apart from that, everything on this is an upgrade, really. Solid ash body, super 6 pickups, even though there's only 3 of them, but you know what I mean. The bullet rods, proper Gotor tuners, all brass bridge. It is still the 6 Sadly one. It's actually holding tune much better than I thought it was expecting it to. I was thinking, because I've put this paint on it, which is like totally textured. When I say textured, it's all lumpy and minging. I just varnished over it. I think it might be a bit lumpy and minging in below where the bridge is sitting, so it's not the smoothest junction between body and bridge, which I don't think it really matters. It seems to be returning quite well now. You sometimes have to ping it. I mean, when you're doing some tremolo abuse, as long as you ping it goes back into which you just get used to doing. I was doing that. With relative confidence. It does that thing. Not quite the fluttery. You can almost get it. Oh, it doesn't quite go brrrr, which the best trems in the world do. So rating wise, I've discussed this with Scott a few times about how you rating guitars. A guitar can't be a 10, right? Because that would be absolutely perfect. You can't be absolutely perfect. There's always something you can do. Just make it. You can always get a better guitar. 9 out of 10 is as good as it gets, really. So that would just cover basically all the best guitars I've ever played in my life would be 9s, and I think this gets a 9. Possibly. The paint job possibly helps it. Actually, I'm quite pleased when I got it, especially if you're putting price into consideration. You would be sick if I told you how much this cost. I will tell you, because I'm not going to sell this ever. But I, as I said, when I saw that one, the one I had from the Blitzkrieg shop, and I decided, right, I need to get an Ibanez Blazer, and I started looking at them. It was actually Craig, the guitarist, and After the End, the Black Sabbath band, He sent me, it was on Gumtree. He's like, up here, check this out. And I was like, up here, that'll totally be sold. He's like, the advert's only 8 minutes old. On the phone, immediately. And I left here at 9 o'clock. This was maybe about 8:45 at night. And I phoned up the guy and said, right, I'll come and get it just now if that's all right. He was in Edinburgh, so it was an hour, and I got it. I basically, 5 minutes later, I was in the car on my way to Edinburgh, so it was like, I don't know, 45 minutes, 50 minutes or something like that, because it was 9 o'clock at night to go to Edinburgh to buy this. 25 quid. How I was going to buy it anyway. You know, it was like, it had to be, but I didn't realise how good it was. And when I went, the guy slapped here, yeah, you're going to make a killing on this. I mean, it was in bits. It didn't have any of the knobs, but the knobs were still there. It just didn't have the washers that were holding it on. As I said, it looked awful, and the brass, it hadn't been touched in 10 or 20 years. Everyone was really, really grotty looking, so I basically polished it all up. Actually, the brass has kind of gone back to being a bit dull. It was super shiny after I'd shined it. What I think I might do is I might brasso it and then lacquer it to keep it super shiny. I don't know if I can really be bothered doing that though. I had to do a little bit, there was a wee bit of fret damage, and I've kind of sorted them out and done them up and basically just gave it a mega clean. And then as I stripped it down completely into component parts and cleaned it, I thought, right, I'm going to have to paint the body because it didn't have the original paint on it. So it had been sanded down and then painted with like a brush, with like some blue car paint that was all hanging off, looked shit. So I stripped it down, solid piece of ash, and then tried a dip thing. It totally failed. Went, oh god, that looks awful. And then sprayed it with some glow in the dark paint, the green and the orange, because most of it was white. Basically all the stuff just stuck to the bottom, and it was looking a bit shit. But it has got some interesting features. I really love that feature there. I don't know if I can, yeah, so you can see it. It's like that bit. I don't think it's kind of. That's just it's. The paint's reacted somewhere before I varnish it, so it kind of looks like a crocodile skin or something. As I said, it's very lumpy, but a few coats of varnish on it. It's rock solid. Also glows in the dark. So this one, a 9. Not very many guitars get a 9. This is a proper pro, fantastic guitar. And yes, there's no way this is all going to be one video. I might put them all out in one night like a pure dick. Just remember to get 4 times as many views if anyone ever watches past the first one. So one video for each guitar and then one at the end with comparing them all. Maybe. So currently, right now, because I'm holding it, the best guitar in the world. Let's see how the other two do in the next video. Rocking, and I've never actually had the 3 of them all working at the same time, but this was, and I did the entire Fuzz series with this guitar because I absolutely love this guitar. Kind of melts in a wee bit into my Bucky jumper, which I'm going to have to wash at some point. I'm only wearing it for the videos, but I've not yet had the balls to wear it outside, like just in case I get people shouting at me and stuff. But I've been wearing it in the videos. Lovely. I don't want to put this down. I just want to keep playing it. Mind you, there's going to be 4 videos, so you can swipe over. That's how low the tremolo goes. And it goes up. Exactly 1, 2 frets. Perfect. I can't stop playing this. Rock on! Catch you later. See you in the next video, which I'm going to do right now, and then see how much I'm really loving this. I can't imagine there's a guitar in the world that can touch it, let's be honest. Can the red one do it? The Red Star? Let's find out. See you next vid.